All right, hello, young lady in pink. What's your name?
Amaya Peaks.
And what's your name, young man in red?
Ahmani Peaks.
You're Amani. So, Amani, how old are you?
13.
You're 13. Last time we made a video like this, you were in 2010. And young Amaya, tell us a little bit about yourself. What school do you go?
I go Prospect Primary.
And what grade are you in?
P6.
And something special about being in P6 this year?
Well, I'm the deputy head girl.
Ah, so you have a leadership role. All right, Amani, what year are you in at your school? What's the name of your school and what year are you in?
Whitney Institute Middle School, and I'm in M3.
And I'm in M3. Well, today Daddy went to see you in school, and it was a very interesting visit. Now, it's no secret that, just like everyone in the world, you're unique, okay? And it just so happens that you have what?
Confidence.
You have confidence, and when you say you have confidence, are you on the autism spectrum?
Yes.
Yeah, and what does that mean?
People are unique.
That means people are unique, or it means you're unique?
I'm unique.
Yeah, so like, what would you say is unique about you?
Listening?
Listening is unique about you?
No.
So what's unique about you?
To talk to people sometimes, and sometimes having conversations.
Okay, so that's something unique to you that you don't like having those conversations, or you do? Tell me what's really unique.
Just sometimes.
Sometimes what?
Having conversations.
Is what?
Sometimes I'm just a little nervous.
Sometimes you're a little nervous about having conversations. Now, young lady, that's your brother there, right? Tell us, like, what you love about him and what's unique about him, Money.
Well, I love that he's my brother. I love that he's with me.
You love that he's your brother and that he's with you. And so if you were like wanted people to understand something about just having a brother that is unique on the autism spectrum, what is it, Amaya, that you would really want them to know?
Even though someone has autism, they are as good as you.
Even though someone has autism, they are as good as you. Well, I'm the daddy of Amani, and just for video, this is me, this is Daddy, and this is like a little educational tool that we want to share. So, Amani, Daddy went to visit you today, yeah? And I found you. Where were you today? You were where? When you saw me first?
In the cafeteria.
You were in the cafeteria. It was lunchtime, right? And after lunchtime, what did we do?
Well, first I played on your phone for a few minutes. That was one of my friends from my school named ZK and Ethan Ferbert were talking to both of us.
Yeah, they were talking to both of us. So after lunch, like at lunchtime, were you playing with everyone?
No.
So at lunchtime, what do you do?
Sometimes I sit by myself, and sometimes I play with some people.
You do. So sometimes you're by yourself, and sometimes you play with some people. Is that's a true statement? Sometimes you play with other people. What do you do when you're playing with other people?
Foursquare.
You're playing a game called Foursquare. Oh, that's interesting. So Amaya, what do you do at lunchtimes?
Well, at lunchtimes, I go to your office to do puppets on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons. And on the other lunchtimes, I might just be in your office for fun and be outside.
Okay, so outside and play. Well, I know that there's a couple of things that your daddy teaches you, and one of those things is the 7 habits, right? And these habits, Amani, are there things that we should practice?
Yes.
Yeah, and what's habit number 1?
Be proactive.
And what does it mean?
Be in charge.
In charge of what?
Your behavior.
Yeah, and would that mean you're in charge of your thoughts, actions, and feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's important. Amaya, what would you say, what is habit number 2? Begin what?
Begin with the end in mind.
What does that mean?
Have a plan.
And have a plan for like what?
Anything.
Have a plan for like anything. Give me an example. Like
Your life.
have a plan for my life. That's cool. Amani, habit number 3 is what? Put what?
Put first things first. Work first, then play.
Ah, work. Do you do that?
I do sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yes.
Yes, you better do that because that's an important habit. Work first, then what?
Play.
Okay, so when you after school, what is it that you do every day?
I read my agenda to see if I have any homework. And if I don't have any homework, I review my Cornell notes. And if I have homework, I do my homework.
Okay, and then you do your homework, and then after your homework, you're allowed to do what?
To have free time and
All right,
play.
to have free time and play. Amaya, what's habit 4?
Think win-win.
And what does that mean?
everyone can win.
Everyone can win, so I can play a game and I win and you win the game too. What do you mean by everyone can win?
Well, everyone is.
Need some help with that?
Yeah.
So let's say this. You're listening closely, all right? So if we both want to use the same thing and we're thinking win-win, what would we do? Will we fight over it? What will we do to solve it?
We time each other for how long we play. Like 1 minute, 5.
All right, so we actually come up with a solution. We don't fight. So thinking win-win means you do what? Come up with a what?
Come up with a plan.
Come up with a plan that both of you can agree to. Yes? Okay, that's thinking win-win. Ahmani habit number 5 says seek what?
Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listen before you talk.
And why is it important for us to listen before we talk so that we know what we have to what?
So that we know what we have to do.
Absolutely, okay? And we try to work to understand. And that's what this video is all about, helping people to understand that, you know, if a child has autism or they don't have autism, they are unique and we just need to be understood. My habit number 6 says what?
Synergize.
What does it mean?
Working together.
Working together. And in this family, do we work together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody has things they have to do. And both of you, what is habit number 7?
Sharpen the saw.
And what does it mean?
Balance feels best.
And so, Ahmani, if balance feels best and we sharpen the saw, we take a saw and we just sharpen it, what does it mean? What do you mean when you say we sharpen the saw?
We don't do the same things a lot. We do different things.
We do different things because we want to have balance in our lives, okay? Well, what I do know is that as the daddy of you, Ahmani, and the daddy of you, Amaya, I'm very, very proud of you too. And I want you to always remember that daddy expects you to be lights in the world. And if I say you're going to be lights in the world, is that like a light on the ceiling? What does that mean, Amaya?
Stars.
To be stars, like stars in the sky? What does it mean?
Good people.
To be good people. So does daddy want you to be a positive example to other people, Ahmani?
Yes.
So by your words and your actions, what does daddy want to see? What does daddy want to see by your words and actions? What do I want to see when you are around other people? You're being what?
Happy.
Being happy. What else? You're being
funny.
being happy, funny. What about being kind?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's important, okay? So, Ahmani, I'm going to let you end the video with, like, what do you think people really need to know as they live their life? What are some things that are important that people really need to know?
That one day they're going to have to do something themselves.
Yeah, that one day they're going to have to do things themselves. And that's what we're working on. Little Miss, let's say goodbye, everyone.